The Romance of the Three Kingdoms is a long historical novel written in the late Yuan dynasty and early Republic of China. Luo Guanzhong, a writer in the early Ming dynasty. It is based on Chen Shou's Three Kingdoms, Pei Songzhi's annotations, and various folk stories and legends from the Three Kingdoms period. Luo Guanzhong created this epic historical novel in a structured narrative form through artistic processing. It is known as one of the four classic Chinese classics along with Journey to the West, Water Margin, and Dream of Red Mansions. If you are not familiar with this Three Kingdoms period, you can refer to my other book, The Complete History of the Three Kingdoms period, for a comprehensive understanding. If you are not familiar with this historical period, you can refer to my other work to get a comprehensive understanding of the Three Kingdoms era. The first chapter, A Banquet in the Peach Garden, Three Heroes Swear Brotherhood, the heroic deed of beheading the Yellow Turbans begins. It is said that the rise and fall of the world's fortunes, when divided for a long time, will inevitably unite, and when united for a long time, will inevitably divide. At the end of the Shou dynasty, the 7 states contended, and were eventually unified under the king. After the king was overthrown, the Chun Han states contended, and were once again unified under the Han. The Han dynasty, starting with the uprising of Gao Yousu who slew the White Serpent, achieved the unification of the realm. Later, during the reign of Emperor Guangwu, the dynasty prospered and eventually passed down to Emperor Xian, leading to the division into the Three Kingdoms. The root cause of this turmoil can be traced back to the reigns of Emperors Huang and Lin. Emperor Huang confined virtuous individuals and favored eunuchs. After Emperor Huang's demise, Emperor Ling ascended the throne, with the Grand General Zhu Wu and the Grand Tutor Chen Fan assisting him. At that time, eunuchs like Cao Ji gained power. Zhu Wu and Chen Fan plotted to eliminate them, but their plan was exposed and they fell victim to it. From this point onward, the internal strife only intensified. In the second year of Jianing, on the 15th day of the 4th month, the emperor held court in the Wen Hall. As he was about to take his seat, a violent wind suddenly swept through the corners of the hall. A large green snake descended from the beam and coiled itself on the chair. The emperor, shocked, fainted, and those around him rushed to rescue him and took him into the palace, while the officials scattered in panic. In a moment, the snake disappeared. Suddenly, there was a tremendous thunderstorm with heavy rain and hail that lasted until midnight, causing countless houses to collapse. In the 4th year of Jianing, in the 2nd month, there was Yin, earthquake in Luoyang, followed by a flooding that swept the coastal residents into the sea. In the 1st year of Guan, a hen transformed into a rooster. On the 1st day of the 6th month, a dark cloud over 10 yards in length flew into the Wen Hall. In the 7th month of autumn, a rainbow appeared over the Jade Hall. In the banks of Mount Wuyuan all cracked. Various ominous signs were not limited to one occurrence. The emperor issued an edict to inquire about the causes of these disasters from his courtiers. Kai Yang, a member of the advisory council, submitted a memorial suggesting that the strange occurrences were due to the meddling of eunuchs in political affairs, speaking forthrightly on the matter. The emperor, upon reading the memorial, sighed and changed his attire. Cao Ji, who was secretly observing from behind, reported the incident to others. Subsequently, Kai Yang was falsely accused of another offense and sent away to the countryside. Later, Shang Ran, Shao Zhang, Fan Yi, Zhu Wengui, Cao Ji, Hu Lan, Jian Shuo, Chen Kuang, Xie Yan, and Guo Shang formed a corrupt faction known as the Chen Regular Attendants. So the emperor trusted Zhang Ran and referred to him as father. State affairs deteriorated day by day, leading to unrest among the people and the rise of bandits and thieves. During that time in Zhilu Commandery, there were 3 brothers named Shang Zha, Shang Bao, and Shang Liang. Shang Zha, originally an unsuccessful scholar, encountered an old man with clear eyes and youthful appearance while collecting roots in the mountains. The old man, holding a cane, called Zhang Interway, Kaivan imparted 3 volumes of celestial books, stating, "This is known as the way of great peace. With this, you shall declare the heavenly mandate, universally saving the people. However, if you harbor evil intentions, you shall receive dire consequences." Zhang Baden asked for the old man's name, to which he replied, "I am the old immortal southern foreroot." With that, he vanished in a clear breeze. Having obtained the book, Zhang studied day and night, acquiring the ability to summon winds and rains. He became known as the Great Peace Taoist. In the first month of the first year of Zhongbing, a widespread epidemic occurred. Shang Zha distributed talismans and medicinal water to tier people, proclaiming himself as a great and virtuous teacher. Zhao had more than 500 disciples who traveled far and wide, all skilled in reading talismans and chanting spells. As his followers increased, Zhao established 36 divisions, with one large division comprising over 10,000 people and smaller divisions having 6,000 to 7,000 each. Leaders were appointed for each division, and they were titled as generals, spreading the false message, "The blue sky is dead, and the yellow sky will rise." In the year of Jiaozi, there will be great fortune throughout the land. People were instructed to inscribe the characters Jiaozi in white crayon, their household gates. Residents of 8 provinces, King, Yu, Xu, Ji, Jing, Yang, Yan, and Yu, all worship the great and virtuous teacher Shang Zhao. Zhao sent his follower Ma Yuanyi to secretly deliver gold and silk to establish connections with influential figures, including Shang Fan. He aimed to have them as insiders. Zhao and his 2 brothers discussed their plans, saying, "The most difficult thing to obtain is the people's hearts. Not that the people's hearts are with us. If we do not take advantage and seize control of the world, it would be a great pity." They clandestinely prepared yellow flags and set a date for their uprising. At the same time, Zhao sent his disciple Tang Shou to quickly report to Shang Fan. Tang Shou immediately went to the imperial court to reveal the plot. The emperor summoned the Grand General He Jin to mobilize the troops and capture Ma Yuanyi, executing him. Subsequently, Shang Fan and others were arrested and thrown into prison. Upon hearing that their plot had been exposed, Shang Zhao quickly raised an army, declaring himself the General of Heaven. Shang Bao was called the General of Earth, and Shang Liang was titled the General of Humans. They declared to the masses, "Now, the fate of the Han is coming to an end, and the great sage is emerging. All of you should follow the heavenly mandate and embrace righteousness, rejoicing in the arrival of the era of great peace." Beyond for 500,000 people from all directions, wrapped in yellow turbans, joined Shang Jiayeo's rebellion. The rebels' force was immense, and the imperial army could hardly resist. He Jin urgently advised the emperor to issue a decree ordering all regions to prepare for defense and embark on a campaign to suppress the rebels, hoping to achieve merit. Meanwhile, he dispatched Lucy, Huang Fusong, and Shu Zhan as commanders, each leading elite troops to attack the rebels along 3 different routes. Now, let's talk about Shang Jiayeo's army, which advanced and encroached upon the borders of Yuzhou. Liu Yan, the governor of Yuzhou, hailed from Jiangxi Jingling and was a descendant of King Luo Han. Upon hearing that the rebel forces were approaching, he summoned the commandant Zuo Jing to discuss a plan. Zuo Jing advised, "The enemy is numerous, and our forces are few. My lord, you should swiftly gather troops to confront the enemy." Liu Yan agreed with his suggestion and immediately issued proclamations to recruit volunteers. The proclamation reached Zhuo County, attracting the attention of a remarkable individual from the county. This man was not particularly fond of scholarly pursuits, possessing a calm, easygoing nature, rarely expressing himself in words and maintaining composure in joy and anger. Despite his lack of interest in books, he harbored grand ambitions and had a special inclination towards forming connections with heroes throughout the land. Standing at a height of 7 feet and 5 inches, his ears hung down to his shoulders, and his hands reached past his knees. His eyes could see his own ears, and his face resembled carved jade, with lips as if painted. He hailed from the lineage of Prince Jing of Zhongshan, Liu Shuang, a descendant of Emperor Jing of Han. His name was Liu Bei, with the style name Shuangdi. Liu Bei's ancestors included Liu Shang and his father Liu Hong. Liu Hong, having once been recognized as filial and having held minor governmental positions, died at an early age. Left an orphan, Liu Bei exhibited great filial piety to his mother. Despite their poverty, they made a living by selling shoes and weaving mats. Their home was in Laozeng village in their native county. To the southeast of their residence, there stood a large mulberry tree over 15 feet tall. When looked at from a distance, it appeared like a canopy of a carriage. Those who divined the future remarked, "This family is destined to produce an illustrious figure." During his childhood, Liu Bei played beneath the tree with other local children, declaring, "I will be the emperor and ride beneath this canopy." His uncle, Liu Yuanqi, was astonished by his words and said, "This child is no ordinary person." Observing Liu Bei's family's poverty, he often provided assistance. At the age of 15, Liu Bei's mother sent him to travel for studies. He studied under scholars such as Zhang Shuan and Liu Zi and became friends with Gong Sanzan and others. When Liu Yan issued the enlistment proclamation, Shuangdi was already 28 years old. Upon seeing the proclamation, he sighed deeply. Immediately, a man with a commanding voice exclaimed, "A true man should not just sigh. Why not contribute to the country?" Shuangdi turned to look at the speaker, a man standing at a height of 8 feet, with a leopard's head, circular eyes, a swallow's chin, and a beard like a tiger's whiskers. His voice was like thunder, and his presence was as forceful as a charging horse. Shuangdi, seeing this man's extraordinary appearance, inquired about his name. The man replied, "My surname is Shang, given name Fei, style Died. My family has resided in Chuo Commandery, owning considerable fields. I sell wine, slaughter pigs, and am devoted to making friends with heroes throughout the land. Just now, I saw you looking at the proclamation and sighing, so I came to inquire." Shuangdi said, "I am a distant relative of the Han royal family, surname Liu, named Bei. Now that I have heard of the yellow turbans causing chaos and have the intention to eliminate the rebels and bring peace to the people, I regret that my strength is insufficient." Thus the deep sigh Fei said, "I have some wealth. I will recruit local brave men and join forces with you to undertake a great task. What do you think?" Shuangdi was delighted, and they both entered a village tavern to drink together. While they were drinking, they noticed a burly man pushing a cart who arrived at the door of the tavern and stopped. He entered the tavern, took a seat, and called the waiter, saying, "Quick, bring me some wine. I'm hurrying to the city to join the army." Shuangdi observed the man. He stood at a height of 9 feet. His beard was 2 feet long. His face resembled a ripe jujube, and his lips seemed coated with rouge. With phoenix-like eyes and crescent-shaped eyebrows, he had a majestic and imposing appearance. Shuangdi invited him to join them and inquired about his name. The man replied, "My surname is Guan, given name Yu, style Changshang. Later, I changed it to Yanchang. I am originally from Hedong and used to be a military officer. Due to the oppression of local bullies, I killed them, and for the past 5 or 6 years, I have been wandering the land. Now, upon hearing about the recruitment of troops to suppress the rebels in this area, I came here to enlist." Shuangdi explained his own intentions, and Yanchang was overjoyed. They went together to Shang Fei's residence to discuss their plans. Fei said, "Behind my residence, there is a peach orchard with blossoms in full bloom. Tomorrow, we should offer sacrifices to heaven and earth in the orchard, and the 3 of us can become sworn brothers, pledging to work together with a united heart before pursuing great deeds." Shuangdi and Yanchang both wholeheartedly agreed. saying, "That sounds excellent." The next day, in the Pichuo church, they prepared offerings such as black cattle, white horses, and ceremonial items. The three of them burned incense, bowed again, and made a solemn oath. "We, Liu Bei, Guan Yu, and Shang Fei, though of different surnames, have become sworn brothers. We pledge to work together with a united heart to rescue those in danger and aid the country. We will not seek to be born on the same day, month, and year, but we only wish to die on the same day, month, and year. May heaven and earth witness our sincerity. If we betray our righteousness and forget our gratitude, let both heaven and humanity punish us together." After the oath, they bowed, with Shuangdi becoming the elder brother, followed by Guan Yu and Zhang Fei. After the ritual for heaven and earth, they slaughtered cattle, prepared wine, and gathered more than 300 brave men from the local area to have a hearty feast in the Pichuo church. The following day, as they were organizing their weapons, they lamented the lack of horses for transportation. Just then, someone reported that there were two guests arriving, accompanied by a group of associates and a herd of horses, heading toward the residence. Shuangdi said, "This must be heaven's favor upon us." The three of them went out to welcome the guests. The two visitors turned out to be prominent merchants from Zhuangshan, named Shang Shaibing and Xu Shuang. They annually traded horses to the north, but had returned due to the outbreak of chaos. Shuangdi invited them into the residence, treated them with wine, and shared their intentions to suppress the rebels and bring peace to the people. The merchants were overjoyed and offered to give 50 excellent horses. Additionally, they presented 500 taels of gold, 500 taels of silver, and 1,000 caddies of refined iron for their military needs. Shuangdi bid farewell to the two merchants and immediately ordered skilled craftsmen to forge a pair of twin swords. Yan Chang crafted the green dragon crescent blade, also known as the cold and elegant saw, weighing 82 caddies. Shang Fei crafted an 8-foot steel spear. Each of them equipped themselves with full body armor. They gathered more than 500 local warriors and went to meet with Su Zheng. Zhu Zheng then introduced them to the governor Ling Yan. After the introductions, they discussed their respective names and origins. When Shuangdi mentioned his lineage, Liu Yan was overjoyed and recognized Shuangdi as his nephew. Within a few days, news arrived that the Yellow Turban rebel leader Chen Yuanzi was leading 50,000 troops to attack Zhuo commandery. Liu Yan ordered Zhu Zheng to lead Shuangdi and the other two, along with 500 soldiers, to go and defeat the enemy. Shuangdi and the others gladly led their troops forward until they reached the foot of Daxing Mountain, where they encountered the rebels. The enemy forces were mostly unkempt, with yellow scarves tied around their foreheads. The two armies faced each other, and Shuangdi, riding a horse with Guan Yu on his left and Shang Fei on his right, raised his whip and shouted, "Rebels against the country, why not surrender early?" Chen Yuanzi was furious and sent his deputy, Dan Mao, to confront them. Shang Fei thrust his 8-foot snake spear, and at the first strike, he pierced Dan Mao's heart, causing him to fall off his horse. Chen Yuanzi, upon seeing Dan Mao defeated, angrily brandished his sword and charged directly at Shang Fei. Yan Chang, wooden piece, large blade, galloped forward to meet him. Chen Yuanzi, caught off guard, couldn't react in time and was cut into 2 pieces by Yan Chang's blade. Later, there was a poem praising the true heroes' talents shine brightly today, trusting their spears and testing their blades. Displaying power from the very start, they leave a mark with their exceptional names. The rebel forces, witnessing Chen Yuanzi's defeat, turned their weapons and fled. Shuangdi led his troops in pursuit, and many surrendered along the way. They achieved a great victory and returned triumphantly. Liu Yan personally welcomed them and rewarded the soldiers for their merits. The next day, they received a letter from Guanzhong, the inspector of Qingzhou, stating that the Yellow Turban rebels were besieging the city and on the verge of capturing it. He urgently requested reinforcements. Liu Yan discussed the matter with Xuandi, who said, "I am willing to go and rescue them." Liu Yan then ordered Zhu Jing to lead 5,000 soldiers, accompanied by Xuandi, Guan Yu, and Shang Fei, to march towards Qingzhou. When the rebel forces saw the reinforcements arriving, they scattered and engaged in chaotic battles. Xuandi's forces, unnumbered, couldn't prevail and retreated 30 miles to set up a camp. Xuandi said to Guan Yu and Shang Fei, "The enemy outnumbers us, so we must use unconventional tactics to secure victory." He then ordered Guan Yu to lead 1,000 soldiers to ambush on the left side of the mountain, while Shang Fei led another 1,000 to ambush on the right. Using the signal of a sounding horn, they would simultaneously launch a surprise attack. The next day, Xuandi and Zhu Jing led their troop forward with loud drums and clamor. The enemy forces came out to meet them, and when Xuandi's troops appeared to retreat, the enemy pursued. As the enemy forces crossed the mountain ridge, a signal horn sounded, and both Guan Yu and Shang Fei's forces emerged, encircling the enemy. Xuandi's troops swiftly turned around and counterattacked. With attacks from 3 directions, the enemy was thoroughly defeated. They pursued the retreating forces to the outskirts of Qingzhou City, where the prefect Gong Jing led local militia to join the fight. The rebel forces suffered a major defeat, with many casualties, and the siege of Qingzhou was lifted. Later generations praised Xuandi in a poem saying, "With strategic planning and divine calculations, achieving miraculous feats, 2 tigers should bow before a single dragon. From the beginning, showing extraordinary achievements, deserving to share the tripod despite humble beginnings." After rewarding the troops, Gong Jing wanted to return, but Xuandi said, "I recently heard that Commandant Lucy is fighting against the rebel leader Shang Zhao in Guangzhong. Since I once studied under Lucy, I wish to go and assist him." So Zhu Jing returned with his troops, while Xuandi, along with Guan Yu and Shang Fei, led their 500 men towards Guangzhong. Upon reaching Lucy's camp, they entered the tent and paid their respects, explaining their intentions. Lucy was overjoyed and invited them to stay in front of the tent. At that time, Shang Jiao's rebel forces numbered 150,000, while Lucy commanded 50,000 troops, and they were in a stalemate at Guangzhong with no clear winner. Lucy said to Xuandi, "I am currently besieging the rebels here, while Shang Jiao's brothers, Shang Liang and Shang Bao, are in Yingchuan, facing off against Huang Fusong and Shu Zhan. You can take your troops, and I will provide an additional 1,000 official troops to go to Yingchuan, gather intelligence, and coordinate our efforts to suppress the rebels. We can set a date for the joint operation." Xuandi accepted the orders and led his troops to Yingchuan under the cover of night. At that time, Huang Fusong and Shu Zhan led their troops to resist the rebels. The rebels were not faring well in battle and retreated into Changhai, forming a camp fortified with grass. Huang Fusong and Shu Zhen discussed their strategy and decided, since the rebels have fortified their camp with grass, we should use fire to attack them. They ordered the soldiers to each gather a bundle of grass and secretly set up an ambush. Later that night, a strong wind suddenly rose. After midnight, they simultaneously ignited the grass bundles. Huang Fusong and Shu Zhan led their troops to attack the rebel camp. The flames soared into the sky, causing panic among the rebel forces, who fled in disarray, leaving horses and armor behind. As the day broke, Shang Liang and Shang Bao led their defeated troops, gasped to escape. Suddenly, they encountered a battalion of soldiers, all carrying red flags, blocking their way. A commanding figure emerged, standing at 7 feet tall, with narrow eyes and long beard. He held the position of cavalry commandant and hailed from Kia County in Pei State. His surname was Cao, given name Cao, styled Ming. Cao Xiao's father, Cao Song, originally bore the surname Shaohu, but due to being adopted by the eunuch Cao Cuang, he took on the Cao surname. Ka, also known as Amen or Jili, was fond of hunting, enjoyed music and dance, and possessed great strategic acumen. Kang had an uncle who, angered by Cao's wayward behavior, complained to Cao Song. In response, Cao Ka devised a scheme. Feigning a stroke, he collapsed as soon as his uncle arrived. The uncle, alarmed, reported to Cao Song, who rushed to see his son. Ka pretended to have recovered, claiming that his uncle falsely accused him due to being out of favor. Cao Song believed his son, and from then on, Ka had free rein to indulge in his desires. Ka was known to be astute and had a talent for deception. When the renowned scholar Qia Shuan met Ka, he remarked, "The world is on the brink of chaos, and only an extraordinary talent can bring salvation. If someone can restore order, it must be you." Another figure, he from Renan, recognized Cao's potential. Ka then visited Zhu Shao, a judge of talent, who said, "You are capable of serving a righteous lord in peaceful times or becoming a cunning hero in troubled times." Ka was pleased to hear these praises. At the age of 20, Ka passed the imperial examination and became a government officer. When he arrived at his post, he immediately installed 10 colored staffs at the counties for gates. If anyone violated the law, regardless of their social status, they were punished. This strict rule earned him respect, and people dared not challenge his authority. Later, he became the magistrate of Zhangqiu. When the Yellow Turban Rebellion broke out, Cao was appointed as the cavalry commandant, leading 5,000 cavalry troops to Yangchuan to assist in the battle against the rebels. Now, with Shang Liang and Shang Bao fleeing in defeat, Cao intercepted them. In a fierce battle, Cao's forces achieved a significant victory, killing over 10,000 enemies and capturing numerous flags, drums, and horses. Although Shang Liang and Shang Bao fought valiantly, they managed to escape. Cao paid his respects to Huangfu Song and Shu Chen before immediately leading his troops to pursue Shang Liang and Shang Bao. Soon it was that Chuandi led Guan and Shang towards Yingchuan. Hearing the tumult of battle and seeing the flames reaching the sky, they hurriedly brought their troops. However, by the time they arrived, the enemy had already scattered in defeat. Shuangdi met Huangfu Song and Shu Zhan and conveyed the intentions of Lucy. Song said, "Shang Liang and Shang Ba are in dire straits and lack strength. They must have fled to Guangzhong to seek refuge with Shang Zhang. Shuangdi, you shall go to assist them immediately." Shuangdi accepted the command and led his troops back. On the way back, they encountered a group of soldiers escorting a caged carriage. The captive inside was none other than Lucy. Shuangdi was greatly surprised, dismounted, and inquired about the reason. Lucy explained, "I besieged Shangzhou, and victory was imminent. However, due to Jii's sorcery, I couldn't win immediately. The court sent Huang Menzu Fang to investigate and ask for bribes. I replied, 'We lack military provisions. How can we spare money to offer to the envoy of the heavenly court?' Fan, holding a grudge, reported to the court, accusing me of building high walls without engaging in battle and delaying the military operations. Consequently, the court, in anger, dispatched Dong Zhuo to replace me and bring me back to the capital for questioning." Upon hearing this, Shang Fei was furious and wanted to rescue Lucy by killing the soldiers escorting him. Shuangdi hastily stopped him, saying, "The court has its own judgments. You can't act recklessly." The soldiers then escorted Lucy away. Guan Yu said, "Lu Zhonglan has been arrested, and someone else is leading the troops. We have no support here. It's better to return to Zhuo Kangji." Shuangdi agreed with his suggestion and led the troops northward. After 2 days of travel, they suddenly heard a loud noise from the mountains behind them. Shuangdi, Guan, and Zhang mounted their horses and climbed the high hill to observe. They saw the Han army suffering a great defeat, with the yellow turbans covering the mountains and plains, their flags bearing the inscription Heavenly General. Xuandi said, "This must be Shang Zhao. Let's engage quickly." The three of them rushed down with their troops. Shang Zha, who was in the midst of defeating Dong Zhuo, was taken by surprise. In the chaos, his army scattered, fleeing more than 50 miles. The three of them rescued Dong Zhuo and returned to the camp. Dong Zhuo asked about their current positions. Xuandi replied, "We are ordinary individuals." Dong Zhuo disdainfully disregarded them and showed no courtesy. After Xuandi left, Shang Fei became extremely angry and said, "We risk our lives in a bloody battle to save that scoundrel, and he treats us with such disrespect. If we don't kill him, I won't be able to calm my anger." He then intended to enter the tent with a knife to kill Dong Zhuo. Indeed, in matters of human relationships, the present is much like the past. Who can recognize a hero when he is just an ordinary person? If only there were swift individuals like Yi Di who could exterminate those unfaithful in the world. The fate of Dong Zhuo's life remains uncertain. Let's continue with the following text to unravel it.